70% of small businesses say rising rates are already limiting their ability to raise capital. For the final installment of our special consumer coverage this week, we're joined by Seth Harris, senior fellow at the Northeastern University Burns Center for Social Change and former deputy director of the White House Economic Council. It's great to have you here. Welcome. And what insight can you help shed on this situation for us?
Well, I'm in the cautious and patient camp here. I am worried about small businesses, and I'm worried about workers who could be laid off by small businesses. You know, small businesses, Kelly, are very thinly capitalized. They have to rely fairly heavily on their credit lines in order to be able to do business. As the cost of credit has gone up, that has caused a lot of them to retrench. It may be that some of them are spending out of savings, and that's a concern because that can't go on forever. Right now, they seem to have found an equilibrium. As you said earlier in the show, we have not seen a big bump up in initial weekly unemployment claims, which is a pretty good proxy for layoffs. So we're not seeing widespread layoffs from small businesses. But I want to see the Fed wait, slow down, see what happens, give things a chance to develop. Monetary policy tends to develop slowly. Let's see how it develops.
So I think a lot of people don't realize what a big impact on the labor market small businesses have. And there was some great work done by Annetta Markowska, who used to be at Jefferies, but basically indicating all of the excess hiring and excess job openings from the pandemic the last couple of years came from small businesses. So my concern is if that is now reversing and if that's receding, that we could start to see layoffs there first and then it kind of eventually undermining the strength of the economy.
I share that concern. I don't think we have yet seen a turn in the opposite direction. We're still seeing good, solid, moderate job growth. We got a big, surprising bump last month. But I am concerned that we are going to begin to see small businesses really retrenching simply because they don't have the resources to be able to go forward. They've done fairly well. They have hung on. The labor market has hung on because of that.
Right.
But if we see a turn in the opposite direction, I think it's going to hurt workers and small businesses.
Do you think it's unusual that it's taken this long, or do you have any theories as to why it has?
You know, my theory about the labor market is that employers are hugging their workers as close as they can because they remember a time, and it may be this time, where they had a lot of trouble finding workers with the requisite skills to do the jobs that they needed. I think that's true both of large businesses and small businesses. So in other times, they might well have laid their workers off, confident they'd be able to find replacements. But, you know, we have this weird situation where growth is slowing, inflation is coming down, but we're not seeing a loosening of the labor market. A little bit, you know, we're seeing worker power decline a little bit, but so far there's still a very tight labor market and it's hard to find workers. I don't think employers want to gamble on that.
They're hugging their employees. I like to think about that. Seth, thanks so much. We appreciate you joining us today.